Hey, and welcome to Not Only Hollywood. Today I'm going to review The Climbers from 2019. This is a Chinese action drama. I'm sorry if my voice is sounding strange, but I'm a little sick. A Chinese mountaineering team tries to ascend Mount Everest from a side no one has done before. They manage to do it, but they have no proof that they did make it when they lost the camera on the way to the top. Many years after the first attempt, they are going to try to do it again, and now they will show the world how tough and heroic the Chinese are. Raise the flag! Raise the flag! I have promised myself that I will try to stay away from these blockbuster movies from mainland China. They are pretty good at making crime movies, but the blockbuster movies usually stink. And The Climbers is a movie that doesn't change a thing of what I think of these stupid movies. The nauseating Chinese propaganda is pumped out from start to finish. It never ends. They surpass the Americans with all the flags and the terrible soundtrack that never takes a break. Jesus Christ! The music never pauses at all. It's hard to listen to and tolerate in the long run. And the movie doesn't take many minutes before it begins with the brainwashing. Someone get me a barf bag and a psychiatrist. Chinese communists. The movie is supposed to be based on true events, but what you see in The Climbers isn't exactly realistic. There is especially one wild sequence with a ladder that doesn't belong in a movie that's trying to pay tribute to Chinese heroes. It's like watching a good old-fashioned martial arts movie where the characters fly high and do acrobatic things with a big ladder. What a ridiculous sequence we're witnessing. And that is not the only stupid sequence we get to see. Why couldn't the filmmakers just make a regular movie that stays down on the ground without all this nonsense? That's the way you pay tribute to the heroes that made it to the top. Stupid ladder. As usual in Chinese propaganda movies, the characters are not human. They are program robots that cannot think for themselves. And with that, you don't care about the characters and their tough and difficult journey. To make it work, they just had to create ordinary characters that feel human and realistic situations without Jingwu flying high all the time. Who's that? Is that a bird? Is it Superman? And it's sad to see what happened to Yingwu. He has never been the best actor, but to become a poster boy for the Communist Party is not what I expected of him. Shame on you. Shame on you. Maybe I should stop complaining about American blockbuster movies. The Chinese are making the worst movies in this genre. They have more money than ever, but the blockbuster movies they make is not getting any better. And the big problem is that the censorship ruins the movies. But it doesn't help to have money when they have programmed robots that are characters in the movies. Of course, I didn't care about these robot characters and their heroic journey. It's all so fake and artificial, so this is a Chinese blockbuster movie you can safely steer away from. Just run. From 1 to 10, I give The Climbers 1 out of 10.